What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel for day 2 of 200 days. This is a day in the life of prepping with me for my last show to get my pro card before I'm done forever. This is it. So yesterday, if you guys watched the vlog, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Today, honestly, look at this. Look at this. I'm trying to get this one up and while I'm filming this one. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be a little spicy, you know what I mean? But I love it. I love a challenge, and I like being able to actually show you guys while I go through it, real, raw, uncut, just show you the struggles, show you what's going on. I'll even show you kind of what I got going on today. I don't even know if I can flip this. As you can see, this is my whiteboard. It's a mess. As I think of things, I just throw it up there. I was saying I got about an hour and a half of time before I have to, what do I have to do? I got to eat. And I was just putting a client's diet together, and then I send it out. I start the daily vlog. I'm going to finish my vlog from yesterday. Then I have to update my Google Sheets and my DMs. And then this is honestly just scribbled bullcrap. For those of you that don't know, that's actually how I kind of take my day, like attack it, is what I do is I'll pick 4 or 5 tasks. I'll write down to the right side of them how long I think they'll take. And then what I'll do is on the left side, I'll put the time that I start. So it'll be like 8:06 is when I started. Okay, and then I'll work on, like, for example, I'll work on Michaela's diet. And then, okay, at 9:06, now I'm finished up. I finished up the touches on her diet and I sent it out. Now, and that just, what it does is if you can kind of like monkey swing from one task to the next and cut out the looking at social media, cut out the staring into space. These are skills that I've learned over time that you've got to get really good at, especially when you're like myself and you work for yourself, because no one's going to come wake me up. No one's going to come save me. No one's going to come to my desk and tell me I'm not working, and my entire livelihood relies on it. But like the cool thing is you guys can use this in your regular life. If there's a lot of stuff you want to get done on the weekend, or a lot of stuff you need to get done at night after you're working, then what I would do is just prioritize them, write them down somewhere on a notepad, 1 through 4, and then write the allotted time, how long you think it'll take, and then just try to move from task to task. And you'll be really surprised at what you can do in an hour. Like usually if you stay focused, get your phone away from you, you can just bang 4 things out, boom, 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 that would have taken you 2-3 days, maybe even a week. And honestly, that's a very small concept of how you pull time forward, right? But I want to go over, like, for those of you that are new to the channel, or those of you that this is your second video, this is my second video, but I'm trying to form a, like a schedule almost. So I'm going to tell you guys how the vlog is going to go, just like, kind of like yesterday. Talk to you guys a little bit. I already had 4 eggs, 4 bacon, 2 pieces of toast. I'm about to have, in a little bit, I'm going to have 8 ounces of chicken, probably 360 grams of jasmine rice. And then I'll have my pre-workout and I'll go to the gym. I'll probably show you guys the pre-workout, talk a little bit, and then I'll show you the gym. Yesterday, I forgot that we play music super loud, and you can't do that on YouTube, so I had to do a voiceover. If you guys could let me know, do you like the voiceover? Would you rather me talk about the set during the set? Whatever form you guys like, just let me know, because that's super easy. So yesterday's was a voiceover. Today I'll film everything as well. It's legs, and this leg workout seriously usually takes us 3 hours. So it's gonna be brutal. It's gonna be tough. And it's also still like my toughest day, because since I tore my right quad, for those of you that don't know, I've got to be a little bit smarter about things. I've got to be a little bit more strategic, right? Because the thing is, it's like, I'm not trying to get on the Olympia stage anymore, so I'm not going to blow my quad apart, but I also am going to push as hard as I can. So I'll show you guys that balance as well, which is going to be cool, because a lot of people I see get injuries and then honestly they just fall off, which is really sad, and you don't have to. You can still train intense. You just have to learn to adjust, right? So that's about it. I'm going to go ahead and knock some more stuff out on my board here. I'm going to upload yesterday's video that you guys hopefully already watched. And I'm going to knock out some work. I'm going to eat, and then really the working out and all that kind of starts around 11. That's when things get heated up. So I'll see you guys then. All right, boys, I'm gonna try this. I hope this is really cool. We're gonna watch this together. I don't know how that's gonna work. All right, so we're watching this together, trying something new here. You can see I'm on the leg press. So we missed a lot. We did lying hamstring curls. We did goblet squats. This workout will happen again, so don't worry. I will show you the full workout. Let's just go into what's going on here today. So right now for this, we're supersetting our leg press with our hack squat. I believe we were doing 15 on the leg press, I think, and then we did 10 on the hack squat, right? This is after one of our lifting partners, Josh, got sick, and before Marcus got hurt. He was not hurt yet. I believe this is 7 plates per side or 8 plates per side. And the biggest thing for me and Marcus here is just trying to set up. We're just trying to make sure that we're in a good position. So you'll see on the hack squat here, the biggest thing is you can see my feet firmly planted on the ground. My heel's not coming up. My toes aren't coming up at the top. I'm locked in. Right here, he's telling me move your feet up a little and go down further. I wasn't going down far enough. Now, I heard him say move your toes up, but I did not hear him say to go down further. So you can see I moved my feet up, but the depth didn't get any better. And you can see we didn't have to use a ton of weight here. We're already pre-fatiguing with the leg press and then hitting a hack squat. So they definitely work together. And again, like you can see my right quad. Look at my right quad there. It's kind of like, it almost looks like a tricep right there. If you see it, that's where it tore. And so that's a big ball of muscle, I think. I don't know, to be honest. I've only had it looked at one time for them to tell me it was torn in half, and that was it. Is that a smart move? No. Would I recommend you guys do that? Absolutely not. Don't do that. I got out of the military and I didn't have any real insurance like that. So I went to the emergency room, they looked at it, back on the streets. You know what I mean? So, but one of these days, we're going to get it looked at. We're going to get things looked at. If you have money, fix it. Fix it. But anyways, so I got to listen to my body, right? My trap has been really tight. And for some of you who don't know, bodybuilding has taught me, during a prep, right? When you want to stay in shape all the time, you got to take really good care of your physical condition. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to. If you go down in the gym for 8-10 weeks, you're not going to look good anymore. So you have to balance all the time. You got to be smart. You don't need to be like a little bitch about it. You just got to be smart about it. So I'm still pushing myself, but I'm listening. And the top of my quad, the teardrop was it was feeling very tight. So I just listened to it. I wanted to make sure everything was firm. Everything's in good position. Everything starts from the feet, and just make sure I get a good solid leg drive up without putting any crazy unnecessary strain. The biggest point of strain, guys, is when you switch the weight directions. Try not to snap. Don't go down, snap up, down, snap up. So you go down like I'm going, nice smooth transition out of the hole, and then as you go up, you can fire. All right? So unfortunately, those are the only two I got. Back to the video. All right, guys, I've got a confession to make, boys. So today was a bit of a mess. As you know, this is day 2 of 200 on the journey to my last show ever to get my pro card. You guys know the story. Well, hopefully. So I'm trying to keep it light. During leg day, okay, first of all, dude, I forgot my tripod. That was mistake number 1. Wasn't prepared. Number 2, I was working on a reel and I was so into this reel that I posted it and I was like, oh my gosh, it's 10:55 and I have to leave at 10:45. So I was late. I didn't have my tripod. Boys, I was so unprepared. I'm so sorry. And then one of our training partners, Josh, he got sick, unfortunately, during the training. It was really humid. I don't know if he was sick or just the humidity. And then literally 2 exercises later, my coach is doing leg press with me, and he went a little too deep. It's hard to explain all of his issues, to be honest. But he strained his calf. We're not really sure because it literally just happened a couple hours ago. So hopefully he's okay. But as you guys know, it's just, you got to roll with the punches. But I thought this would be good to just kind of touch on, because I know that I'm not the only one. Like, and this applies, right? Because you guys, whether you've been on a plan before, not been on a plan before, followed somebody's systems before, I'm sure you've probably never actually even been with someone with systems or methods like I have, to be honest. That's not like a dig on anyone. It's just my system's a bit different. But it's, you know, when you're not following that, or when you're going into something new, right? It can be difficult because you're trying to do some new stuff, but you're trying to balance the old stuff as well. And you're like, it feels gross. It feels like, am I doing it right? Am I moving forward? Am I making progress? Am I an idiot? And listen, you just have to, that's what I like to call that. Well, what Andy Frisilla likes to call that, and I adopted it, and many people call it that. I like to call it the bitch voice, right? But also, to be fair, it's the confusion voice too in this system, in this instance. So to give you guys an idea, I know I've been talking about making a lot of content and this and that. And while you may not know or understand what that totally means, all it really means is, just like you guys who want to get in shape and stay in shape for the rest of your lives, when you start that journey, when you start that process, you're going to go through an uncomfortable period, just like I'm going through right now, right? I didn't, 15 days ago, I didn't post, 10 to 20 stories every single day. I didn't do that. I never did that before. I didn't post a reel a day every single day. I didn't do these things, right? But I've done stuff like that in the past. I know when I door knocked for solar, it was like, hey, you're going to knock 100 doors. When I cold called for real estate, it was like, hey, you're going to make 2,000 phone calls. When I was a personal trainer the first time, I sent cold DMs, and I would send 100 a day. I used to comment on 100 people's profiles a day. Back when hashtags were a thing, I'd click a hashtag, and I would literally sit there for 2-3 hours and comment meaningful things on people's pages. And to be honest with you guys, that's how I started to grow my Instagram at first. I would not try that method now. It doesn't work anymore. But it was just cool to get connected. And I'm getting a little off track. The point is, anytime I went through this transition or this change, it was a shock to the system. And if you guys hadn't maybe had that in your life yet, which I'm sure you have if you think about it, but if maybe you haven't, think about the first day you got off the bus to go to high school. And hopefully for many of you it was scary as shit like me. But seriously, when you go to high school, you're like, oh my gosh, this is really scary. I don't, like, we had a different building too. So I was like, I don't know where I'm going. I don't know where lunch is. I don't know if my friends have the same lunch or not. They didn't. I had lunch G. Everybody else had everything but G. And that's where, like, if you guys are coming from my Instagram, I did sit alone for the entire year by myself, dude. The point is, it's a shock to the system. But by the end of 9th grade, right, you're in that new building. By the end of 9th grade or by the end of high school, you're chilling. You're coming in 1 minute before the bell rings. As the bell rings, you're chilling in the student parking lot, hanging out with, some girls. You're relaxed. You know it. You understand it. And the thing is, for some reason, when we're kids, we view these things as things we have to do. But when we decide as people that, hey, this is something I'm passionate about, this is something I want to learn, this is something I want to put time in, we don't. If it's hard, we quit. What if you just acted like you had to do it? Then I guess you'd do it, huh? Because I talk about this all the time, and I'm sure you guys have heard it, but it's like when babies walk. They don't get up and go, oh, but Jennifer is 2 weeks older than me and she's been walking for forever. No. The babies, they don't know. They just keep going. They see other people walk and they know they can do it, and they just do it and fall and cry and do it and fall and cry. And as an adult, if you want to do it and fall and cry, go ahead, but don't quit. Do not quit. And all this pivot shit and all that stuff you see online, don't do that. Pivot means, like, way different than what you guys are thinking. Okay, pivot means, I'll give you the scenario. I owned a gym, and when I owned the gym with 3 other owners, I was a trainer in the gym as well. I paid a split to the other owners for training in the gym that I also owned. not fair, not something I'm never gonna be successful, right? If I'm working my ass off to build a gym and build my personal training, and then I'm giving a cut to the gym members, which is also me. And that's where like, and again, like, just so for any of you that may know this story or know me intimately, there is absolutely zero bad blood. I literally work out with these guys. These guys are like my brothers, and they know this stuff. I've told them. But it's just to illustrate the point of like, that's when I needed to pivot, right? If I would have stayed in that gym, stayed in that situation, I would still be in the same spot making the same money 1,000%. And that's okay. It's not like you have to get mad at people or anything. But that's like when I'm knocking on a door that's a dead end. When you open that, there's poverty, is essentially, right? It's not like, oh, well, I posted 10 videos and nobody liked it. Well, no shit, right? The people that show up every day, they win. And guess what? You don't know them until they win. That's why it also looks like overnight success, because you don't know these people until they win. There's people right now out in the world that are going to discover me in 2, 3, 4 years, or they might discover you in 2, 3, 4 years. And they're going to be like, wow, this guy's got it made. And you're like, got it made? I went broke 3 times. I lost 3 girlfriends. I've been cheated on. I've lost my apartment. I've lived with friends. I've restarted at 30. Like, lucky? I mean, dude, right? But that's how people view it. So coming all the way back to Overwhelm, I'm sorry, there's kind of lessons sprinkled in there, but coming all the way back to Overwhelm, you just have to trudge through it. And that doesn't mean you're going to be perfect, right? Let me give you a scenario. Let's say you start a diet, you start a meal plan, and you got 4 meals, and now you weren't doing anything, just to give you context. You weren't going to the gym, you weren't drinking water, you weren't dieting. So you hire somebody and you're like, this is the year I'm going to take care of myself like I should have done 3, 4 years ago. But that's besides the point, but I'm going to do it now. And you're like, okay, day 1, I'm drinking the water. I'm trying to eat the meals. Oh man, I forgot my silverware at home, or I forgot my cooler with my lunches. And like, these things are going to happen. I forgot to do cardio after the gym, because it's not a habit. It's not a routine. So don't beat yourself up, but you need to adjust for the future. The people that end up failures are the ones that don't adjust. And let me give you a scenario backing off of this. When I was in the military, you guys know, you got to be on time. And I was the supervisor that's like, I don't give a shit. And why? Not because I'm like some kind of like dictator, but no, because if I'm here on time every day and I live 40 minutes away, you can be too. You just don't want to plan for it. So the simplest example of like just ignoring the planning, there's a difference between ignoring planning and just not knowing like what you need, right? So in a scenario where you forget your food, that's because it's not a habit. That's because you don't normally take your food. So it's like, it's not like you were like, oh, it's in the fridge, fuck it. You know, that's not the same thing. And it's the same as like when people would show up late to work, I would go, okay, like, let's talk about it. What happened? Well, there was an accident, there was traffic. Okay. All right. Then you should probably get up 15 minutes early and then come early. Well, when I get up 15 minutes early, there's no traffic. Okay. So you'll be on time? Right. So it's just laziness. You know the change, right? You know how to prepare for the traffic to get to work on time, but you just don't want to do it because you either want to be exactly on time or you'd rather be late. And that's bullshit, right? Now to transfer that back, it's the same thing. It's okay. If you don't hit a gallon of water, or if that's your goal for the day, you don't have to kill yourself. There's no reason to be upset. This isn't something you've done. And what you do at night is you got to take inventory. You go, okay, I forgot my water. So tomorrow, I'm going to fill up my Stanley Cup, or I'm going to fill up a big jug that's 100 ounces or so. And I'm going to, I don't know, I'm going to set it on the counter so that I remember to grab it before I go. And when I grab it, I'm going to go ahead and put ice from the freezer, boop, in there, and I'm going to take it right to the car. And then you try it, you implement it. And then if you take the water, problem solved. And if you forget it, well, then we got to make version 2 tonight. But that doesn't mean you get upset at yourself, because you have to be able to differentiate between forgetting because it's new and ignoring because you're lazy. Now, to give you an example, you guys should understand this, but to give you an example about just ignoring it would be You don't hit your water on Monday. You don't analyze it. You don't think about it Monday night. Tuesday, you don't hit your water. You don't think about it. You don't do anything. Wednesday, you don't hit your water. You think about it at night. You kind of think about what you could do, and then you don't do it. And then Thursday, you don't hit your water again. That is a lazy person. Don't do that. Those people don't grow. Those people don't make money. Those people don't make changes. Those people don't have a better life. Think about, like, there's a reason why everybody's like, people don't change. People can't change. Blah, blah. Yeah, you're right. If you're talking about the majority of the world, you're right. They can't change because they can't even control what they put in their mouth. Like, of course they can't change. They can't even stop doing this or change what they're doing, right? They can't even do that. It's like, hey, drink a gallon of water. And everything's melting down. Like, brother, you can drink a gallon of water. If it was a requirement in middle school to drink a gallon of water or else you got a detention and everybody else was doing it, you just do it. The problem is nobody's eating healthy because they're lazy and complacent. But you see how inflamed they are, how miserable they are, how they don't have purpose, right? You think I'm full of shit about like your health? Go ahead and change your health around. Do it to prove me wrong. Be like, I'm going to be healthy to tell Mike that this feels crappy. And you won't be able to. Because once you get past a certain point, you're like, oh my gosh, I feel good. Girls are noticing me. Guys want to be friends with me. I got abs. I'm tan. It's summer. I don't feel self-conscious about taking my shirt off anytime, any place. If I'm at home with my girlfriend, I got my shirt off. If I'm outside walking my dog, I got my shirt off because I earned this shit and everyone's going to see it. But more important, I'm not kidding. More important, you feel so good. Like, I'm not considered fat, but like, dude, I got, you know, you guys will see. Listen, I'm going to be real with you. I'm going to play it real. I'm about a 6 in the off season. Watch me get a tan and get shredded and shave this, tone this up. I'm going to go from a 6 to a 9. Just watch. And this isn't bragging. You guys could do that too. And that's why I'm going to show you because it's amazing. Now, I don't think you should bodybuild to get the physique, right? I don't think you should do that because it's just unnecessary, but you can if you want. I'm not going to ever do that again. After this show, I'm going to show you guys how to stay shredded with me. So we're all going to look good. Wait till next year. Wait till next summer when we're all transformed. Dude, I'm so excited for this. I'm so excited for you guys. But I hope that was able to make sense and provide a little bit of a knowledge drop for you guys tonight. The most important thing to think about is just when you're starting something new, you just have to go really hard, run into a roadblock, think about how to fix the roadblock, and then implement the plan to do it. See if it works. If it works, keep going. If it doesn't work, implement with a new plan and then keep going. The only way you fail is when you sit at home at night and just go, I don't know. I can't hit the diet. I can't hit the food. I can't hit the water. I don't know. And meanwhile, your coach is probably texting you saying, hey, you need any help? And you're going, no, I'm good. You need help. You need help. Just say that you need help. I mean, it's not a big deal. Listen, if I was going to start boxing tomorrow, I would say, hey, I need help. You know why? I haven't boxed. I've been bodybuilding for 12 years. I have not boxed. If you punch me in the face, I'm going down. And you just have to humble yourself. Imagine how silly it would be for me to go to a boxing place trying to learn how to box. And I would be like, he'd be like, all right, bro, we're just going to have you warm up with a little bit of these, whatever they do. And I go, it's all right. I'll do it tomorrow. I don't want to look stupid, so I'll just start it tomorrow. And then you just pay a boxing coach and you just suck and you don't do anything. Kind of a waste, right? So the whole thing is just like being overwhelmed is totally normal. I am going through it right now, which is why I'm trying to talk about it more. But the thing, you know, like I'm missing some things. Like you guys that have watched my other videos know that I like to win the day. I like to do, you know, 4 or 5 things every day that move me closer to my goals. And I'll be completely transparent. I'm looking at my schedule here. The last 2 or 3 days, dude, I've missed. I've missed. And I'm a little stressed out about it because I'm a winner and I don't miss. But the thing is, the truth is, it's just part of the process. As long as I keep reiterating my schedule and reiterating the way I do things, then in, 30, 60, or 90 days, everything I'm doing with the content and how my new lifestyle is going to be cake. And you guys can do that too. And that's why I thought this conversation was really important tonight and really fitting, because I know a lot of people think about it, and I think about it all the time. And just knowing that has helped me a lot. And what's really showed me that is bodybuilding, because when you're in a prep, guys, like, you need somebody to look after you because it's like you're going crazy because your weight's not going down fast enough, or you're going crazy because you think you look bad, or you're going crazy because as soon as you start cutting calories, you think you're losing muscle. And like, none of these are true. You're just overwhelmed, but it's okay. And that's what prep teaches you. And that's the thing, is like, I know a lot of you guys follow me and you think bodybuilding is really cool, but you just don't have any desire to get on the stage. And I don't blame you. You can look like that without getting on stage, and you don't have to learn that lesson because I just gave it to you. So guess what? That applies for dieting as well. When you're going through a dieting phase, on your way down, there's going to be phases where honestly, you just look bad. Your skin is loose. You're depleted with carbs. You just look bad. Right? And it's kind of like you start to look good, and then you look bad, and then you look bad, and then you look bad, and then you get lower and lower in weight, and then you start to look really good, really, really good, and then you start to look really, really good and feel really good. And so, but if you don't know that, then you're sitting there thinking, oh my gosh, this process sucks, dude. That's not the case. That's all up here. You're just making it up. And that's why it's like, hey, I'm just looking back saying, hey guys, I've already done this. You don't got to do that. You know what I mean? And this is how it's going to feel. And this is how it's going to look. And as I'm going through these feelings, that's why I'm so excited about this process, is because as I'm going through these feelings in real time, I'm going to share them with you guys. And you're going to see, like, dude, wait for prep. Like, when I get deep in a prep and I'm tired and I'm hungry, I'm going to show up for you guys. And I'm going to show you how to keep showing up, because it's all up here, right? It's all in how you look at things. It's all in how you look at the world and your viewpoint. So that's going to be it for tonight, guys. Again, I'm so sorry that the workout part of this is kind of trash, but it goes to show I'm going to keep showing up no matter what. Whether one person watches or 100,000 people watch this, I will keep showing up for whoever needs it. And I'm just going to show you, this is how you fail forward. Is this video perfect? No. Is that workout what I wanted it to be, what I envisioned in my head? No. I got to the gym late. I was kind of flustered. I forgot my tripod. I don't like asking other people to record because we're there to train, not content create. So I like to make sure that it doesn't get in the way. But it's more important to me to show you guys that, like, look, this video is not perfect, but I will post a video every day. You mark my words, right? And I will do it. And we will just keep doing it. And some of the videos might be really bad. But eventually, what we're all going to see together is that they're going to get better and better and better. And if I can do it as a big dumb idiot, you guys can do it too. Because you're going to realize, guys, that, like, rich people, wealthy people, bodybuilders, whoever you look up to, they're not that special. And I know there's that saying about put on pants and one at a time. And it's like, whatever. But it's true. It's true. It's just true. Like, wealthy people get scared of certain things too. Bodybuilders get scared of things too. Like, dude, I mean, it's just, you can relate. You know what I mean? So that's going to wrap it up for tonight, guys. I'm so sorry. Like, I'm literally looking at the first vlog. It's still not uploaded. It's May 27th. So I don't think you guys are going to see this one until May 29th, which I really hate. But what I learned is that my upload speed is 6 megabytes per second. So to upload a 30-minute video takes 11 hours. And to give you an idea of how I'm going to adjust for that, I'm going to set the screen to stay on overnight. I'm going to open YouTube. I'm going to put this video, boop, in there, and it's going to upload while I sleep. See that? That's how you adjust, boys. But I will see you guys tomorrow. If you've not followed me on Instagram already, I highly recommend it because I drop little pieces of info, little things. It's literally like, it's like a live vlog almost, but there's things I show in here I don't show in there. You know what I mean? So you kind of got to go back and forth. But it's linked below. It's at Mike Shear 35. And if you guys are not yet, please subscribe if you really enjoy this, if you want to follow along. Again, it's my last prep ever. If you have a buddy that's looking to get in shape with me, with us, while we do this over the next 198 vlogs, let me know. Invite them to the channel. They're more than welcome. If you guys have questions, just ask. And guess what? I'll see you tomorrow for round 3.